Welcome to the world of Jalara, where the people of Genesis Battle of Champions live. Our in-store gameplay community is growing. Visit GenesisBattleOfChampions.com to find a local game store near you. Our list of international distribution partners continues to grow. Ask your local game store to contact one of these fine companies and have your store join our Play network. Visit GenesisBattleOfChampions.com to explore the lore of the lands. There are chapters of lore that you can read, chapters of lore that you can watch, and there's also a helpful map where you can learn where all of the key characters in the next set live inside the world of Jalara.
are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. Ding down, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard. The guys then dip out the ends. Jump in the ride and burn out the rims. Don't stop, don't catch the boy that I'm in. Now we doing a block hoodie up for events. Skin kept close, cause you plotting on them with the tits on 10. Back in the back that's on tap, all ready to go and jump in. Ding down, they just think they are. Another little wannabe gangster trying to play hard.
Tell me why I always need to survive off your love, cause every time you fire at me, it kills all the fun, kills all the fun. Every blink of an eye brings a new drop of blood from the sky, but I don't mind, cause the way that you lie makes me feel so alive, feel so alive, cause the rhythm awaits, waiting for my bones to break.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Edge of Exile. My name's Jason.
I'm Janice.
And we are thrilled to have you here once again as we talk about all things related to Genesis Battle of Champions. I guess the first question is, how's the sound tonight? And the second question is, how's everyone doing tonight? It was a very busy day for me today, which is why I do apologize. We are starting a few minutes behind schedule tonight. I did wind up working a holiday Monday shift today, which kept me quite busy. I got to have some fun, including demoing some Genesis Battle of the Champions to people. Once again, got a couple new people who had never heard of it before, who wound up sitting down, played it, loved it. They're both already existing Magic players. And as everyone here knows, if you're familiar with Magic, you're probably going to love the gameplay of Genesis. And they enjoyed it so much they wound up buying some starter decks. They bought a couple starter decks before they left, and left with at least one booster pack of cards, I recall. I can't remember what all they got, but they left very happy and excited to come back and play more Genesis. So yay. That felt like a win. So that was a good time. Wow, look at all the people in the chat. It's going to keep me busy making a list, which I will start doing later once we get to the gameplay. Some mostly good news, a little bit of less optimal news. The good news is Janice and I played a game of Genesis on... hold on, no spoilers. What day was it? Was it Sunday? It was just yesterday. So we played a game of Genesis, and it was great, and Janice destroyed me. And then when the game ended and I hit stop recording, I got an error on my laptop I'd never seen before, and after reading it for a minute, I realized the error was my laptop, which is my work laptop that I use at my day job. It's my laptop I use for everything Genesis related, and it's actually the laptop that's powering this entire live stream right now. It had actually maxed out on the storage, so it wasn't able to finalize and save the file. So then I erased like a couple gigs worth of old video footage and stuff like that. And then we tried a second one. And on that second game, it wound up that I won. And I
did not show up.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. It was bad.
Yeah. And so, of course, I was feeling terrible because the game that should have counted, the first game, was
Which was epic.
Yeah, she destroyed me the first game.
All my new cards that I had put in... Because I tweaked my deck a bit. Yep. And... added some fire breaks and such, and
so then it was weird that the second game that I won, but there's a silver lining to the story. I didn't erase enough footage off of my hard drive, and it capped out a second time and erased the whole thing. So we broke even. So she won a game dominating really convincingly, and then I won a game where she had a real hard go. And then what happened is we wound up playing a third game, and the good news is the third game we got recorded successfully. I erased like 70 or 80 gigs of files off my work laptop before I recorded the third game, and it recorded just fine. You need a bigger cup, bro. Yeah, right? Like,
cheers. Mine is a Stanley knockoff, 40 ounces. And I think
a Stanley knockoff.
Yeah, the Stanley mugs that are all the rage.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's a knockoff. I got it Winners.
Yeah. Mine's just filled with liquor, that's all.
Yours is the Ninja.
It's a blender cup. Blender cup. Trying to keep up with all the booze she drinks. So, anyways, so we got our third game, we got it recorded, and that was great. And then, like I say, I had to go to work doing my day job today, which was a bonus, getting to do it on Holiday Monday, because I actually love my job, and like I say, I got to teach some people Genesis, and that's always some of my favorite days. I love it when you teach a game to somebody, and they're like, how have I never heard of this before? So that was a really great feeling. We had a lot of fun. And then the only downside of it, and I mean the only downside, is because we were recording games all the way till into the evening last night, and then I was working today, and then demoing and all this other stuff was... I didn't get a chance to get the life totals on for the entire game, unfortunately. Now, what I did in hindsight that I'll do differently next time is when we did our recording of gameplay for tonight's episode, because this was by request from last week, so it was a little bit spur of the moment. When we went somewhere to do all the recording, because we wanted a nice big area to play in, I only brought one extra camera with me, one for the gameplay. What I should have did, and what I'll do from now on, is I should have brought two cameras, because then I would have had a second one recording the life totals on the app, and I would have been able to superimpose that without doing very much work at all. But I didn't think of that at the time, so I was trying to manually today add in all the life and aura totals, and I just ran out of time, because video editing takes a long time. So the first 4 or 5 minutes of the game, you're going to have life totals and aura on the screen, and then it's just going to stop. because I literally was running out of time and I had to get the video rendered. And then my poor laptop, which again is really filled with data, it took longer than normal to render the video tonight. Usually it can do like a 12-minute video in like 9 or 10 minutes because the specs are really good and it can do it. But tonight it took about 15 minutes. So it pushed me back that extra 6 or 7 minutes, which is why we started a little late tonight. So a couple things that I learned from doing this week's episode, or the gameplay for this week's episode, that I know that I can do with a few minor tweaks. It'll be a lot easier to do next week. And I think we're going to, at least in the short term, do some gameplay every week for probably at least a month or so. And then we might start mixing stuff up again. But gameplay seems to be something people are enjoying. So what we're going to have tonight is Janice and I are going to be here. We're going to be in the bottom right corner of the screen, live, chatting and talking about the gameplay while it streams on the air. So that's about it. That's my explanation of what's going on and the pros and cons for tonight. If everybody enjoys it and it's something that you want, then we'll definitely record. Like I say, for the next few weeks, we'll keep recording gameplay. I already have ideas of who I'd like to play in a few games, and who it doesn't have to be me every week too. If we get some people out at our local game store and we can get some random people playing against each other that want to be featured, we can do that as well. So with all that being said, we can kick it on over to the video. I just have to find the video here, and then we'll kick it on over to that and see how this goes. When I change channels to the pre-recorded gameplay video, you should be able to hear just a little bit of the live talk in the background from when we're playing, and the volume should be low enough that Janice and I can talk to you live while we do it. So once we start watching the gameplay, just let us know if any of the audio, either the pre-recorded or the live audio, needs to be adjusted, and we'll go ahead and have some fun.
We tried not to talk because we...
You'd be surprised how much we did talk though during it. So, because I was rewatching it just now. So let's take a look here and see some gameplay between Janice and I, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this is the right one. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah, this is the right one. All right. Mic check. Hopefully everybody can hear us still. You'll see us down in the bottom corner. Hey, everybody. I'm playing as Sarah the Vampire, and Janice is playing as Satir, the leader who loves to summon creatures at the end of rounds. Our first dice roll was a tie, and the second one, Janice here won. And Janice, you chose to play first each round.
I did. After the first 2 games we played, that
I had won the dice rolls in the other games.
You had won the dice rolls
that didn't
before.
Get saved. So
this was our 3rd game. So I have my favorite summons. They're my double dash. Infernal
Crawler, yeah.
Infernal Crawler.
Yeah, so going to get lots of movement, moving up to 4 squares with that Infernal Crawler that she casts in front of her. Then she's got a Doom and a Jatir to the left beside her. Then we skip a little bit of time and we get over to my turn.
No, and I also have one of those...
Oh, yeah, what is that on the other side? That's Infernal Ghoul, or...
I'm looking. Yeah, Infernal Ghoul.
Okay, I'll switch a setting here. It might make it a little easier for you and I to see it as well. So, there we go. Just trying to make it bigger if I could. Alright, so that's good enough.
Yeah, it was a good... So this was our 3rd game we played, and I have 5 of them in my deck, I think, and there
Janice is resolving a Lava Rider on her end trigger, because Satir lets you check the top card of your deck when a round ends, and if it's a creature, you get a chance to cast it, which means then you draw a different card. So every time you hit a creature at the end of a round, you basically almost draw 2 cards instead of 1. And then I've got one of my favorite guys, the Versaka Sapling, in front of me. I just like it because it absorbs 1 damage for free all the time.
Oh, I just killed your one of your death dudes.
Yeah, off on the side there. So,
it was the corpse heap.
Yeah, you blew up my corpse heap, which was going to spit out tokens every round for free for me. But since it had spit out 1, and a token had died at the beginning of the round, I was able to bring out 2 of these giant spider guys. I forget their name. But they both drain health from creatures and give it to me, the vampire, Sarah. Mm-hmm. So they fit really good into my deck, and hopefully we'll see my life total go up a bit from that starting 20.
And I love my Lava Riders. They stay out of range and can hit 2 spaces ahead, so...
Yep, so I was able to knock out my Versaka Sapling without without me even getting a chance to hit back with it. That made me sad, because I like those little fellas. Then I've got an Angel of Death that I just flew, because it flies, right over my square and went from the right to the left, because I figured I might need a little support beside my drainage fellas there. Oh god, I wish I could remember what those spiders are called. But
where's
yeah.
your deck?
I don't know, it's not here right now.
Oh. Well, I have mine.
You have yours because I asked for your deck, so I could do the graphics ahead of time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh. So yeah, so Janice has a good, strong offense in front of her there. She's got a lot of bodies to protect herself. She's even thrown an extra body, a fire cub, into the same square as one of her big, beefy creatures. So she's got
there's 3 there.
Good offensive start. 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, there's 3 on that one.
Oh, just on the one
middle.
spot? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I've got a Lava Rider.
That's it, Jeremy. Thank you. Cobbled Amalgamate.
Another Infernal Crawler, and now the Fire Cub.
So then Janice here is targeting...
one of your spiders.
Or tried to, but then in response, I used my Angel of Death to knock it out before the damage happened. Then I get to move my Cobbled Amalgamate around to the side, and I want to try and hit her big guy with it, which is going to try and drain. And she, in response, really good play. You're like, well, in that case, I'll hit your other Cobbled Amalgamate. And then I was like, well, in response, that one will try and drain too. So the life totals do a funky little thing for a moment here, because those spiders, those Cobbled Amalgamates, again, they drain life, but it doesn't make them healthier. It gives the life to me, Sarah the Vampire. So one of them is going to resolve first and drain 3 health off of that big giant Inferno Crawler.
Yep.
And then the Inferno Crawler is going to kill that one in response. And then the last one's going to drain another 3 life. So you'll see my life total just went up to 23 at the beginning. And then it killed one of my Cobbled Amalgamates. And then the other Cobbled Amalgamate again drains. So there you can see on the screen the text for the fact that it drains and gives life to the player, not the creature itself.
Yeah, that resulted in my Infernal Crawler dying, but that's okay. I've got a few others hanging around.
Yeah, the trouble is those Inferno Crawlers are so powerful that even like one of them staying alive is a major problem. And I didn't have enough answers to deal with all your big threats that you got out early, which was unfortunate for me. Although, to be fair, you were spending a lot more aura than I was. You'll see that you're already down to 48 aura, and I still have almost double what you have at the moment.
I find that this deck, I go through my aura fairly quickly, and then I get in trouble sometimes if people have
like a board wipe
stuff, then I kind of get pooched.
Yep.
But I thought I'd come out strong because I had such good stuff in my hand.
It's hard to resist when you have several like 8 chi power rated creatures in your hand. You're like, it's hard to resist the temptation to just bring them out and establish dominance.
So you cast a spell and did some damage to my Inferno Crawler, I think it is. Or no, it was my
Lava Rider?
Lava Rider, and she's exerted for 2 turns.
That's right, yes, I cast Smoke, and that spell, if it hits a creature, creatures wind up, they're unable to pay the cost of burning cards off a deck, so they get basically double exerted.
Yeah.
So that one there was going to have to stick around exerted for a second turn, which I like that. I wanted to give you the Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Timmy T. We're just playing some Genesis here. I've got a Suitor deck, or Sutter.
Yep.
With lots of fire.
Yep. And I'm playing with Sarah the Vampire and lots of creatures that hopefully will gain some life.
Another Lava Rider.
Yep. And then we've just reached the point where unfortunately I ran out of time tonight. I wasn't able to keep updating the graphics in order to go live tonight. So we're just going to have to try and do our best. I'm going to lean in a little closer to watch the action so we can kind of help talk you through it while it goes on. Looks like we're actually just at the end of a round.
Yeah, I brought out the Hound with my trigger.
With your trigger, yep. We're both drawing a card. And Janice gets to go first each round.
I think this is the time you thought it was your turn and you went first.
Oh yeah, I never got to edit that out. There was a round where, because the first 2 games I went first every single round. One of the games, yeah, this is it here. This is where I made some mistakes. I was going to edit this out just so that we wouldn't have to watch it, but I'm going to play 2 or 3 cards in a row, and then Janice is finally going to be like, hey, wait a minute, it's my turn. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll do all that stuff. So, hey, Brian, welcome to this live stream.
Yeah, I love my Lava Riders.
Yeah.
They're fantastic. I love that they've got that...
Dash?
No, that's the Infernal Crawler.
Oh, that's the Infernal Crawler.
The Lava Riders, they hit like 2 in front. The
reach on them is great.
Is fantastic because a lot of people don't have that far of a reach.
So this is the moment where Janice has just pointed out to me, no, it's my turn first. So I just pick all 3 cards back up. My phone, which is off camera, I just left the... Oh, no, I did. I added the 43 points back onto the phone, and then a second later I just replay my exact turn after she's done.
Well, no, I did some damage to stuff.
Oh yeah, here we go. That Doom Edgeteer getting in there, doing some damage on my Angel of Death.
Yeah, I don't like it.
They're good, because if a creature dies in the round, that Angel of Death hits for 6 instead of 3.
Know.
And a flyer that can hit for 6 is really powerful.
I don't like it at all.
That's why I like running those corpse heaps, where it brings a token to life at the beginning of a round that instantly dies. I mainly run them for 2 reasons. 1, to make my Angels of Death hit for 6. And 2, because it enables me to cast some creatures out for less than normal if they have a Resurrect Beckon option, which was what we saw earlier with those Cobbled Amalgamates.
Yeah, and that's why I killed your corpse heap so quickly.
Yeah, the unfortunate part for me was because this was our 3rd game, Janice had already figured out all my tricks by the time we played this game. I had no secrets left up my sleeve. She'd seen them in the first 2 games, and she knew to, don't leave a corpse heap laying around, knock it out.
Yeah. Well, that demon did some mean stuff. Angel of Death or whatever.
Yeah, I don't mind going second at all with creatures like Angel of Death out. I'm happy to let people play into me so that I can try and do some attacks in response. I like the freedom of if you come close. My guys aren't exerted yet, so... I'm also not above... If I have a token or something small near me of my own, I'm not above, at instant speed, draining it for health to kill it with Sarah, even if it's my own thing, just to suddenly surprise somebody with 6 damage when they're expecting only 3. So,
coming after my Lava Rider in the corner there.
Well, you can't leave, we've talked about this, you can't leave those Lava Riders alive.
I know.
Because they will win you a game almost single-handedly.
But you didn't notice that I was sneaky with my little Lava Rider behind you. Got some more damage on it.
Yep.
And I killed your little tree thing.
Not my tree thing.
Yeah. I'm so bad with the names of cards. Yes, Infernal Crawler. Love it.
Yep.
Found another one. So I've had 3 Infernal Crawlers this game.
Yep.
So, and I had saved I had picked up in my with my Satyr thing something, and I knew that I wanted to save my last remaining aura because I think I was down to 23, and it's 22 aura.
Are you talking about a previous game or the one that we're watching now?
No, so I made sure that I could play my Lava Rider.
Oh, okay.
Or Infernal Crawler, I should say.
Yeah. I don't think this wound up being one of the games where you got the fire breakout, but in the previous 2 games we had played, because almost every creature in Janice's deck does fire damage.
All of them.
Okay, so it is all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So in one of the previous 2 games where the computer didn't save the file properly, Janice had a fire breakout, and it did so much work for her because she was
awesome.
She was getting it up to 5 counters super fast, and with fire break, once there's 5 counters on it, you could take the 5 counters off at swift speed whenever you want, and all of my creatures that are already exerted have to take a damage, and any creatures that aren't exerted, I either let them take a damage or I exert them, meaning they give up their turn, and that did a mountain of work. I think in the very first game, the one that you won, easily won, fire break was really powerful for you.
Here I am just doing all your stuff.
Yeah, some of my creatures, like the Versaka Saplings, even though they absorb the first damage, your creatures all do at least 3 damage. So my weaker creatures were just outmatched in this case, which is fine. Some decks, my decks do better against, and some decks you're just outmatched sometimes. So that was the case there.
So he's now surrounded by all my pupils.
Yeah. Everything there, I think, is yours?
Yep.
Yeah, it was. I got pretty handily handed to me for the last 2 rounds of this game. So this game, I believe, doesn't go on much longer.
No, I think this is it.
And I believe at the start of this round, I had 12. And then it was like 3 damage, 6 damage, 9 damage. And then it was like, okay, good game. So, yeah. So she basically took me from 12 to 0 all in one kind of move there at the end. And, yeah, I would have loved to have had a meteorite. But unfortunately, it was not meant to be for that game. So, full props to Janice. She played really well. In 2 out of the 3 games that we played, she played really well. In the one game, she just wound up. I drew very well. And just had a lot of answers right away. So.
Well, and you had corpse heaps, and I only got all my little guys, supporting guys. I didn't get any of the good stuff, and you just were able to get at me much faster than typical. So
for all of our local players who are watching, and I know there's a few in the chat right now, including Ryan and Jeremy and others, if anybody wants to get in a game that'll be featured on, say, next week's episode or the week after, you can meet up with me at Jackson Queen and Enville either this coming Thursday or this coming Saturday, because we'll be doing Genesis both nights at the store. I'll be bringing my webcams with me and my laptop, and if we get a couple people there, I'd love to record some games of other people playing, because then you and I can kind of be neutral commentators, where we're not really invested in the game, and we can just talk about it, and it'd be fun.
Like me commentating, me crushing you, beating you?
I don't mind it at all, but it'd be kind of fun to narrate other people's games.
True.
And just like talk about what we think of their decks and their gameplay and whatnot. So if anybody wants to come out on either Thursday or Saturday, we'll record some games, and then Janice and I can maybe even pre-record the commentary and have it ready and just watch the video with you on the next week. So that's something I'd like to say, or something I'd like to see is more games.
I told Ryan I would play him.
Okay, so Ryan, you got to be there on Saturday then, and we'll get you and Janice recorded, and we'll air that one on Monday.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. But there's nothing stopping us from getting a couple games recorded, and maybe do an hour-long live stream next week of 2 or 3 games back-to-back, and just, even too, the really fun part would be if people come out to the store to participate in this, I'll take photos of your deck list, or you can email me your deck list, and I could actually have that graphic on the screen as well, so that people can see what other people are playing, and kind of build a little bit of a meta that way, which would be fun. So that was the plan for today. I do need to get the Wheel of Names going, so I'm going to open up a new tab here and get that going, because I haven't done the Wheel of Names. I've been bad. I was just doing commentary and enjoying the video with everybody. So, wheelofnames.com.
Yeah, I didn't even get my emergent worm out the last game.
No, but we did see it a lot in the 2 games that didn't get saved properly.
Yeah, and my fire breaks.
All right, so if you want to rhyme off names to me, I'll start typing them in.
Damien C.
Okay. Damien C.
Stephen Penn. Cardboard Flesh and Blood.
Cardboard Flesh and Blood.
Jeremy Heron. Mr. Alex 21 Alex.
Mr. and that's with 2 R's. Mr. Alex 21 Alex. Very cool.
Did I say Timmy T?
Not yet, but you did now.
Imperial Pulse.
Timmy T. Oh, Imperial Pulse. What did I say? I didn't even see them in the chat.
Gameplay.
Woohoo! Okay. Imperial Pulse is usually still Joe, but I'll just put in Imperial Pulse because I don't know for sure.
And Lana.
Yes, which will be Ryan.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put Ryan because we all know it's Ryan.
And that's it.
And that's it. All right, last chance, everybody. If anybody wants a chance to win a booster pack from a recent set, now is your chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Till next week, kind of thing. Let me load up here the Wheel of Names here. Let me check this for a second. Make sure this is going to work.
Yeah, the Imperial Pulse always does a good job. They had some gameplay as well last night.
Yes. which I think Damien won a prize last night, but I don't think Damien stuck around to the end to know that. I might be wrong. Somebody won a prize, and I was trying to remember who it was because I was going to let them know tonight. So definitely go back, especially if you're Damien, go back and watch that because it might have been you that won. Okay, so it doesn't look perfect, but I'm going to switch it over and we're going to do the Wheel of Names here. Just because Daddy's tired after a long day. I'm going to go ahead and hit the... Which way do I go here? This way. I'm going to randomize it a few times, which is... Where's the random button? Shuffle. Shuffling and stop. There we go. Now then, time to spin. You ready, honey?
Ready.
All right, let's find out who's going to be a winner. How long until we have to mail out our next batch? How many weeks has it been since you've mailed out a batch?
Oh, it's been a while, but...
So maybe in another week or so we might be shipping out a batch. So whoever wins tonight won't have to wait that long to get it. Oh, wait. Jalarian Tiger got in just in time. Look at that. Yes, it's cool. We can get you in there. Way to speak up at the last second, all dramatic like. Jalarian Tiger, Tiger. And then, they're in the wheel. Shuffle again. All right, and now, looking again.
Nope.
We're good, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Someone's going to win. Who's going to win? It's going to be...
Damien?
Damien! Nice. Damien's got good luck. I think he's won a few times recently.
Nice.
Congratulations, Damien C. You are today's big winner. Close. So Janice will make sure that she gets something fun mailed out to you in the very near future. Like we said, probably in another week or so, the next batch will be going out. So there you go. And then go back like this. There we go. And we're back. So congrats, Damien. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I hope everybody enjoyed the bit of gameplay that we got to do tonight. Like I say, it's only going to be better because next week I know a couple things that I could have improved on, especially having a second camera to record the life totals live. So, yeah, it's going to be even better next week. And it sounds like we're going to have Ryan and Janice playing on Saturday night, so that'll be a fun game to watch because Ryan does quite well for a younger teenager. So do not underestimate the all-star goalie. That's directed at you. Do not underestimate him. I'm warning you.
He's beaten me many times, but I improved my deck.
Yes, that's true. I do feel like the tweaks we made on your deck this week all worked very well. Your deck seemed to work a lot better. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I can maybe get a game in with somebody as well. Get recorded. Then we'll have one with Janice and Ryan, one with me and somebody, and maybe even a third game of two people where we just get to be impartial commentators. And we're going to try and get all that recorded next week. And that way I will have all day Sunday on my day off to actually do the live totals and the editing. Yeah. So that it'll be great from start to finish. So I'm excited about that.
It would have been okay had we gotten recording one. You might have had more time. But by the time we got through the third game...
And we had just did our laundry and
dinner.
It was getting late. And I just didn't have it in me last night to do the editing. So thanks everybody for coming, hanging out, watching with us. Not a lot to talk about otherwise in Genesis regards. The Kickstarter officially ends tomorrow, which is fine. Like I said previously last week, it was a good learning experience for us. We need to try things to see what works and what doesn't, and all feedback, including feedback that's not positive, it's all fine. It's all constructive. So we're looking forward to having some more things to announce in the future. In the meantime, I can tell you that any game stores located in the States, there's an amazing promotion that's going to be getting announced in another couple of days with one of our distributors, Indie Pro Games. So any local game stores in the States are going to want to take advantage of that. And I'm going to be talking to Universal Distribution, our distributor in Canada, to see if we can do a similar thing, because it involves some of the older sets, and they carry them as well in Canada. And a reminder as well that if you're a game store in Canada that doesn't have an account with Universal Distribution, you can place orders directly with us through sending us an email at hello@edgeofexile.com. That's just for game stores, right? They can order wholesale from us directly. As far as customers and players go, there's tons of stores in Canada you can find on our store locator that'll all sell to you and ship to you. So lots and lots of ways to play the game, to get the product. And as I mentioned earlier, we did just teach a couple new people just today how to play Genesis, and it's always a great feeling when people love it so much they buy product before they leave. So it was another good day in the world of Genesis. It was a lot of fun having you all here tonight. I'll prod my LGS to check Indie Pro. Yes, definitely do that, because the new promotion is going to get announced in a day or two. The reason why it's not already announced is because Will, the owner of Indie Pro Games, was at Gen Con, and I believe he's still there, even though it ended yesterday. I don't think he's finished his travel home yet. So when he gets home and he gets settled in, we're going to have another promotion to announce. We'll be sending that out to all the stores that are clients of Indie Pro Games through an email blast directly from Indie Pro Games. And I'll talk about it next week live on the live stream as well, to let people know about the cool deals going on for game stores out there.
Jilarian Tarker, if you want, you can also send me an email at hello and about with your store's name, and I can reach out to them as well if they're interested in our spiel and where they can get product and stuff, if they're
including the free product that we send to support, like starter decks or demo decks, I should say, paper playmats, all that. Because we do have a lot of stuff that we send out to game stores. If they're willing to take a chance on a new game and give us a chance, we want to see them succeed, so we send lots of cool free stuff to help them succeed and get new players wanting to play the game. So so we're very happy to help that way too, and reach out directly if you'd like us to. So just send us an email if that's the way you want to go, and then Janice will respond to that email and reach out to the store. Otherwise, you can carry on just talking to them yourself, and if they want to look into Indie Pro Games, they're going to see some great deals. So and like I say, I'm going to reach out to Universal Distribution in Canada to see if they're interested in running the same promotion that I've offered Indie Pro Games in the States. So could be some cool things in Canada coming up too for the brick and mortar game stores. So that's about it for this week, I think.
Yeah, unless anyone has any questions.
Yeah, that's true. I don't want to rush out without giving people a chance to ask any questions if they have any.
Hope everyone's having a lovely long weekend. It's a long weekend here in Canada.
Yeah.
So I got to sleep in. I got coffee delivered to my bedside in a thermos.
Yeah.
So when I actually did wake up,
hot coffee was waiting for you beside the bed.
Yeah, it was lovely. It was a nice treat.
Yeah, I figured I better start being nicer to you so you don't beat me so bad at Genesis. It's embarrassing. I was like, I'll bring this girl coffee in bed and maybe she'll be kinder next time.
Nope,
probably not. But that's okay. I deserve the beatings.
Man, that is one thing that I like about our relationship, that ever since we've been dating, we never take it easy when we're playing a game, or,
because it means more than when you win, right?
If we're playing a game and you'd be like, oh, here, and go easy on me, I would not like that.
Yeah.
And so when we play, it's gloves off.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And when you win, it's there's no excuses or jokes. Like, she legit won and played very good, as everybody saw tonight. So I think that's it for tonight. Thanks again, everybody, for coming and hanging out and chatting with us. We're going to call it for the night, and we're going to be doing some recording this week, and we'll see you right here next week. We may have some other stuff to talk about as well. I don't know. There's always lots of things going on behind the scenes when you're working on a fun collectible card game. But for tonight,
good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Week. Take care. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here again next week when we once again go beyond the edge of Exile. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
King.